Hey up me loves, I'm Nat and welcome back to my channel. So today it is Tuesday, January the 27th, and Ren took to Instagram last week just to say that he was going to be releasing something on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week in preparation for the Thursday's Starry Night release. So I'm very excited about that. So I just made it to nip on here for the live on YouTube just to see exactly what's going on. I have literally no idea. I have seen the trailer to Starry Night, so it just seems as though there's a lot of kind of clapping in the trailer, a little bit of beatboxing, and it really does seem as though that he's in prison, he's kind of making his journey down a corridor. So apart from that, and this other little scene that I saw where he's actually in court, I have no idea what to expect. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of get on with you guys and do a quick live reaction to Ren's live as we explore what he has to offer and the build up to this amazing Starry Night. I'm not entirely sure if it is the last tale or a tale within a tale. So yeah, all I can say is that this may be the final tale that will tie up everything together and connect everything. So we'll just have to see together. I did actually mention in a previous Nat's Chats that I was kind of anticipating that it'd be kind of one of three paintings that may be the focus of the final tale before the release and before, you know, he announced that. And I was hoping it was Starry Night because it is one of my favourites. And just to recap, Vincent van Gogh actually checked himself into like a mental health facility voluntarily in Saint Remy, and that is where he actually created 150 masterpieces, because even though it was a very challenging time for him, he did seek a lot of solace during his stay there, and this is where he was looking out of the window and the Starry Night kind of inspired him to do this painting. So what time is it? 11:01. So let me just refresh and see what's going on here. Come on, Ren, where you at, dude? We're waiting for you in anticipation. There we go. I'm actually like feeling nervous. I just have no idea what to expect. Maybe it's a bunch of like smaller tales leading up to the big one, just to set in, you know, a little bit of context and stuff. He has been known to do that obviously before with the shorts of Richard and that kind of the Screecher's Tale, the night of like Screech and where his mindset was. So I don't know. Will Vincent van Gogh, the doppelganger, will he make an appearance? Who knows, guys? Will this be the narrator? Will it be Vincent? Will it be a completely different character introduced? I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out soon. Maybe he's got stage fright. Maybe he's really nervous, guys. Maybe he's really nervous. I mean, I very much doubt that with Ren because he's just so amazing. Such creative, but you just never know. I'm just looking, actually, just whilst we're here, I'm just looking at the picture. And there does seem to be three characters there, doesn't there? And I assume that the fire on that kind of right-hand side, as I'm looking on, like, this side, is the sunflowers on fire. But the spotlight is on him. So is he the narrator or is he Vincent? I don't know, guys. I've just seen one of the comments has said, trying to imagine everybody around at that end in panic mode. So maybe there's something that's gone wrong. Maybe you broke the internet again. This is hilarious. Everybody breathe. I can't keep up with this. Let's go. People are taking pee breaks. This is the whole thing, guys. It's the whole thing. We're in it together. Soon. I love that one. Is everybody there? He broke YouTube again. Extending my break, LOL. Oh yeah, I never thought about that as well. People that are working and, you know, you've maybe rushed off into the staff room just to catch this. I'm sorry, but your employers are just going to have to understand this is a very, very important moment, okay, in history when it comes to Ren. If they don't understand that, guys, I think it's time to find a new employer. Let's just face it. Admit it, you're in the basement with Kai. Here we go, guys. Here we friggin' go. Oh, where is he? Who's that man? Oh my God, my heart is beating. I'm actually like, I don't know why I'm so nervous. Who are these guys? They look like they're up to no good, guys.
Yes! Baby No Baby with a banger for the weekend. That was Brawl Dog.
Oh, well, this reminds me of Vincent's tale.
Alright, we've got a chart-to-chart exclusive now coming in. Some new cat who goes by the name of Ren.
Oh.
This one right here is I don't give two fucks.
Starving for some food for thought. I hide away. I'm a student of a melancholy prodigy.
Oh, wow.
Supernovas falling from the Milky Way.
Is that a human or an angel singing?
Don't shy away. Maybe
Oh, yeah.
I'll hide today. I get stuck.
Oh, don't change it. What are you
A man
doing?
has died after being stabbed last night in the shopping district of London Paddington. Police say the victim is 29-year-old Edmund Lockridge, the son of Lord Lucian Lockridge, the billionaire founder of Lockridge Incorporated. The company has been at the centre of several recent controversies, though police have stressed there is no indication at this stage that the attack is connected. A 34-year-old man from Shepherd's Bush was arrested at the scene and remains in custody.
Yes, that's right. Just after 9:30 last night, emergency services were called to this pedestrian strip on Parade Street, Paddington. Witnesses describe a heat altercation followed by Mr. Lockridge collapsing from stab wounds. Vincent Gavon, described by neighbours as quiet and someone who kept to himself, was detained minutes later. Police say they are keeping an open mind on motive, including whether the attack was politically motivated.
In Westminster this afternoon, police and ministers responded to the growing public concern. We take you there now.
At
Wow.
approximately 3:09 this morning, Vincent Gavin was charged with murder. Our deepest condolences go to the Lockridge family. As this is an ongoing investigation, further comment would be inappropriate.
Will this be treated as an act of extremism?
Wow. Oh, my God.
Keeping an open mind.
Minister, is this a sign of a wider breakdown in public safety?
What happened last night is not just an attack on an individual, but on the values that underpin our society. The Prime Minister will be reviewing measures to ensure crimes of this nature face the toughest possible response.
Thank you, Minister.
Okay, I'm just going to pause it there. Oh, she had quite the accent. Makes me feel very posh. So I can't even believe this. So the beginning of this kind of reminded me, once we got out of the prison cell, very much of Sunflowers, of the TV situation, of it flicking. I really like the way that they do that to get into another scene. And obviously, they did describe Ren as the voice of an angel, which I completely agree with. I was not expecting this. This is a complete twist in the tale. So from what I can gather, Vincent literally just had a bad evening, as we saw in Self-Portrait, and reacted, and, you know, obviously he's killed this individual. We know that now. I wasn't quite sure if he'd survived or not. But the fact that he is a, you know, I can't remember the name. So anyway, is from this very, very political family, this very, very rich family. It's making it kind of look as though it was premeditated. To my knowledge, I don't feel like it was premeditated at all. And from what we've seen from, you know, Self-Portrait, but I just find it really interesting how I feel as though it's the first time that us as the viewers and the listeners know the context of that particular night and what mindset Vincent was in. However, the public have a lot of conspiracy theories when it comes to this particular murder. And, you know, they're trying to dig deep to see if it was politically motivated. Wow. And I think they did say that it was, I think the reporter, the lady that was in the alleyway where this scene took place, did she say Vincent van Gogh? I'm pretty sure it was Vincent van Gogh as his last name, or she said something very similar. Wow, so this is really setting the scene. So poor Vincent, I don't think he's going to be getting out of jail anytime soon. And I don't know what the future holds for him, honestly. Yeah, it kind of feels as though it's over for him. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Let's continue. And I'm terrible at stopping this, but I don't know. It's just, I'm kind of a bit blown away with this backstory. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm really clever because I know that it was, well, I think I know that Vincent just did it out of anger and frustration. Or did he? Did he, guys?
Lord Lockridge! There's been some accusations of your company's practices.
My son was murdered. That is the truth. That is the only truth. Attempts to justify or rationalize this crime are beneath contempt. And that is all I have to say on the matter.
Fair point, yeah.
Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. Thank you.
In an extraordinary turn, the public have been left completely divided. Some of the population see Vincent as a new age devil, whilst others see him as a modern-day hero, striking a blow against the status quo.
I'm stood outside the courthouse, and although officials have described this as an open and shut case, you can see there's clear public divide between support and condemnation for Vincent.
Wow.
Back to you.
With the suspect now formally charged, the question remains: a sign of something deeper in Britain today.
Vincent Gamma or something.
What a load of shit.
Oh, here we
Compliance.
go. Oh, it's a little lamb.
Is a world without violence.
That's a ram.
From the same Lockridge Industries laboratories that brought the world's first medication formulated to heal the global economy, Envian. Comply More, a new, groundbreaking series of treatments, is here to change the world all over again. Finally, an alternative to the responsibilities faced in modern-day relationships. Throughout history, human minds have been afflicted with absurd delusions, such as individuality and fairness. Are your children starting to develop their own personalities as they grow? Are you tired of waking up every day and having to pretend to listen to other people prattle on about their right to self-expression? But that...
What the hell is this? And it's so creepy as well. Oh, it's like in a child's voice. What is this medical thing? I don't get it. And what does it, is it a ram? Is it a goat? Is it a lamb? I have no idea. I was expecting a pig mask. It did kind of come up on the screen as the logo, because we always have to have the pig there somewhere because it represents the greed. We know that. But what is this? I'm sorry, my mind is blown. I've just gone into so many different segments in my... I feel like my head's going to explode with this. Like... I don't even know what to say, guys. This is so creepy. Something to do with the children developing their own personalities. Okay, I'm just going to backtrack a little bit here. Try and figure this one out. I find it also interesting. I just thought I'd point out the fact that it keeps flipping from it's like the old-fashioned TVs. There's a symbolism with the televisions. And I think maybe is that media's at play there. Media has a lot of control over our perception and the narrative. That's kind of my take on it, at least.
To other people prattle on about their right to self-expression, but that can all stop with just 2 easy-to-swallow tablets taken before, after, and during every meal.
Side effects include spontaneous ankle jingling, unexpected emotional flash mobs, mild to severe haunted elbow syndrome, involuntary shadow twitching, temporary loss of the ability to pronounce the letter S, sudden memories from lives you definitely didn't live.
Okay, so they're not... That is so wild. They're wanting to medicate people so that they don't have any expression, they don't have any inner voice, and they don't have any personality. So again, it's the system thing, isn't it? They're wanting to just make everyone docile to follow along the rules and not to question anything. I love the way that he's done that. I would never even have thought of that. Like, that's scary though, because could that be something of the future? We just never know. I mean, after all this COVID malarkey and everything, the world's just kind of turned a little bit to shit. And, it seems as though we can't really trust the media outlets and, you know, the sources anymore. Are we very far away from reality there in the future? That is a scary thought, guys.
Didn't live.
Britannia speaks.
Good evening and welcome to Britannia Speaks, where the nation debates the issues that matter most. Tonight, Vincent Gavon, charged with the murder of Edmund Lockridge. Who is he? It's a tragedy that has sparked outrage, division and a national conversation. On our panel tonight, Sir Douglas Kane, former Chief of Police. We have Dr. Aston Tolliday, political scientist. We have Cassie Hayes, who is an actress, influencer, and former contestant on the TV dating show Swipe Right Forever.
Oh, God.
We have Percy Price, Professor of Psychosurgical Medicine at Cambridge University. So, without further ado, let us go to our first question from the audience.
I love this.
Thank you. My question is, has Britain lost control of its streets? I work 2 jobs, finish at midnight, and honestly, I can't afford to change my shift, but I don't feel safe. My niece is 14 and won't go out after dark, and all the politicians are just arguing on a Twitter instead of doing, well, anything really. Should we feel safe, or is it over for this country?
The beanie looks very out of place there.
Take this one, Sir Douglas.
Yeah, it's quite simple. Britain has gone soft. The people in charge of our legal system now have absolutely no backbone. Now, back in my day, they get punished and punished properly.
I love
These
it,
days,
I love it.
seems that you get a TikTok account and some sort of documentary on Netflix. And I'm sorry, but you should be afraid. You really should. The people who run this country are afraid to make any decision in case they offend somebody.
Dr.
Yeah.
With all due respect, it's exactly that thinking.
Yes, it comes from somebody who knows about criminals. This structural inequality does nothing. What are you going to tell me next? That road cones have feelings and emotions?
Actually, what we're seeing is the collapse of social support networks, rising poverty, inequality of wealth.
That's absolute rubbish. People aren't being stabbed because of inequality. They're doing it because they can, and we're letting them.
Okay, this just is very... I love Percy. Oh my God, I have never seen Ren play a character like this, the kind of crazy scientist. And in a weird way, like, this is just, I don't know. This is really weird, but I do find that is quite sexy as this scientist. I like the dorky Ren. I'm feeling this. It's giving me vibes, people. I just find the humour, the fact that they're talking about something that is so serious and, you know, so relevant to the current day issues and the crisis that Britain is in. And I don't know, just looking at him and the way that he's just like writing all of his notes, it just makes me laugh. It gives a little bit of satire and humour with this serious situation. So I really appreciate that. Oh my God, like I think I might be falling in love with the scientist Ren. What do you guys think?
Of inequality. They're doing it because they can, and we're letting them.
Let me break this up slightly and bring in Cassie here. What would you say?
Well, I think that...
Oh my God!
He's not in Britain.
Maybe you're both right. Like, Sir Douglas here thinks we should be hard, but Dr. Tolliday thinks we should be soft and gentle. I personally think it's nice with a mix of hard and gentle.
I knew she was going to say that. Maybe my mind's very dirty. I knew that, Cassie.
Well, excellent point, Cassie. Yeah, the audience loves it, which brings us to our next question, really. Should Vincent face the harshest punishment, do you think?
Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, let's set an example. Let's be harsh. Let's give him the worst we can do. Let's brand him. Let's publicly humiliate him, whatever it needs. We've got to stop people from doing these offences. We've got to make crimes as unappealing as possible.
That's medieval. Every study shows that harsher punishment...
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt you there. I'm sorry. This study stopped someone from getting murdered in Paddington last night? No. Now, you can make statistics and anything you want as long as you want, but it's not going to stop a blade from going into your gut, and nor is your PhD.
What works is investment in communities.
Oh, yes, brilliant. So welfare handouts to youth clubs so that some of these thugs can do interpretive dance for their feelings.
It's called therapy.
Called a waste of money.
What do you think, Cassie? What would you say?
Well, I don't even know Vincent, but... If it makes everyone feel safer, I think we should just punish him, right? Like...
with his head.
Sounds like she's got an accent.
The vibes are what's important here. So if he's gonna bring the bad vibes, I think he should do the time, honey.
The vibes. The vibes, guys. That's what's important here. Wow.
Yeah. This is about dealing with issues systemic.
Final thought on this, Sir Douglas.
Final thought. Lock him up, throw away the key.
All right, well, that brings us to the final question. What does this all mean for the future of Britain?
She's great. I love
Well,
her.
it means war. It means war. The public are at danger. We've been wrapped in this sort of bubble wrap. I mean, if it was up to me, I would have the soldiers on the streets right now.
The real war is with inequality. Vincent is a symptom, not a cause. If we don't address the root cause...
The root cause is if he'd not picked up a weapon and picked up a job application instead.
Well, I think that we should just be nicer to each other. You know?
Oh, for God's sake. Why is she there?
Meditated more, this wouldn't happen, that wouldn't happen, and like there was this one time where the two guys I was talking to, they found out about each other and it was a right mess. They wanted to have a talk about it, so I just turned my phone off, went to the back garden with a matcha martini and meditated like really hard. And honestly,
A matcha martini sounds nice.
So
Wow, there's such a contrast here. Like, Ren's totally on my level right now. This amazing scientist Ren that I'm just loving more and more by the minute. It's just adding such a comedic element to this. And I think that he's obviously chosen that for a reason. I think it is the fact that we're just in such a state at the moment. The current world affairs is just such a mess. And you have to have that in a way. Otherwise, it's just super dark, you know? Yeah, so this girl, she's been put there for a reason, and I think unfortunately it is kind of that, and I don't mean to be horrible, but it is very much that kind of TikTok, everything's about status kind of era that we are in with the younger ones that aren't educating themselves and that don't have the knowledge. I don't know why she's there, to be honest with you. I mean, you've got these people that have had, you know, real experience. They've done a lot of studying. They're very, very knowledgeable and educated on these issues. And they do have contrasting views, which I think is important to look at both sides. But I just have I don't know why she's there. I think she is, unfortunately, to represent this ignorance and represent the generation that just feels as though, you know, going out in the back garden for a martini will solve everyone's problems, you know? It's quite sad, really. And again, it just comes back to that point of like, we need to have education and knowledge to know where the issues come from, where do they stem from, what is this cycle, so that we can see the symptom and provide the solution. The solution is what's important here. She doesn't really seem to get that, so... And just Ren's facial expressions when she's talking just adds, it's just hilarious, guys. I love it.
Of time, so I'm going to say thank you to our panel, but also Professor Price, you've been rather quiet sitting there, made a lot of notes. Do you have any insights to share with us?
Yes.
Is the observer.
Punishment. Yes. Policy. Poverty. And whatever it is you're talking about, but crime is not a social issue. No. It is a neurological one. It is a matter of circuitry. Misfiring impulses. Faulty wiring in the prefrontal cortex. You see, we can punish, yes, and punish and punish. Naughty boy. yeah. But nothing ever changes.
Naughty boy.
And why? Because we are disciplining behavior when we could simply repair the machine. You, sir, would you imprison or jail a lamp simply for flickering? No, of course not.
Wow, that's so clever.
It would be absurd. You would simply acquire a new bulb. Well, Vincent is a broken lamp, and I have a new light bulb.
Oh, come on. He's talking the most sense.
Well, you heard it here first. With that, it is good night from us.
Look, we haven't even had a proper debate.
We'll see you all same time next week. Join us then. Good night.
Oh no, is that it? Oh, I was just enjoying Percy way too much, guys. Is that it, guys? Let me see. Okay, it is. That's disappointing. I was properly getting into that, and you know, I thought it was really interesting too. I was kind of expecting it to be in song format, whatever this kind of little release leading up to the final tale was. And I just love the fact there's been so much dialogue over these issues, and you know, the issues that also Vincent's experienced. I cannot believe the twist though of this guy that got killed, you know, was part of this family that had political status, and that they actually think that that was a motive for the killing. I still am to believe from that night that it was just a aggressive reaction because of Vincent's headspace. I don't know, was it? Like, I'm not sure. This has just introduced a completely different discussion. It's also really unfortunate that it had to get, you know, in this particular scene, in this particular world that we've just watched, it had to get to the point of murdering somebody that comes from a family of higher status for it to be thrown into the spotlight and for people to talk about this, to see where it comes from, what the symptoms are and what the solutions are. That is very unfortunate, I feel as though, because this happens on the daily basis to people, you know, that perhaps don't have the status and don't have that spotlight and that platform. And it just seems to be brushed over. And I find that really, really sad. That just because this rich kid has got killed, now everyone's talking about it. Well, why didn't we talk about it when, you know, we had the situation with Jenny and Screech? Why did it have to get to the point of status? I love the fact that the character of Percy, oh my God, I think he actually might be one of my favourite characters that Ren has ever played. I love him so much. I find him hilarious. I find everything that he says makes perfect sense. And I don't know where Ren has got, maybe it's through, you know, his own grief and the things that have happened to him, his challenges, we know, with his illness. He has such a greater understanding of the human experience. It is very, very inspiring, and it just makes me respect him so much more. He just seems to have a different angle and take on all of these issues. Honest to God, I think that he should literally be Prime Minister. I think he'd be able to solve a lot of problems. I think Ren for Prime Minister, that is the next stage here. Maybe that's the end of the tale. Maybe he's going to run. We'll never know. But I think he'll be the best one, honestly. He just has such a compassion and understanding and an empathy to fix and solve. I'm mind blown, guys. And again, I just have to bring it back to the fact that everything seems to be going through channels. It seems to be actual TVs. And that, my interpretation is that is obviously a metaphor for the media and for the narratives that are controlled on the daily basis when it comes to this. So yeah, that is, to me, is really striking him. I'm kind of leaving this feeling really upset for those people that haven't had that platform, that have still lost their lives and that are still in this cycle. And I don't think that it's fair. You know, every single person's life should be valued. And unfortunately, it just shows that it's not. I also wanted to just point out too that I loved the fact that Percy was sat there and he was almost just listening and observing, which I feel as though is an art these days. I feel as though people are just so quick to jump in and to express the feelings and, you know, become offended and do all of this, that and the other. And I think this generation need to learn how to sit back, observe and listen, because that is how you understand and grasp the knowledge of what is going on. Sometimes less is more, and I feel as though that character really embodied that and was the smartest one on the panel and also spoke the most sense. I loved the lamp bulb, kind of, I know it's more of a metaphor, but like that description of the lamp bulb when it came to then the parallel with Vincent and what's gone on. I think it just, like, I've never thought about it like that, and it's definitely like, it's given me a lot to think about. This is just not, for me, a lead up to a launch. The things that he say hold a lot of value, and it's definitely something I'll be thinking about over the next few days. And I cannot wait to see what he's going to release at 11 a.m. Vancouver time tomorrow. I will be back to do another quick reaction. So I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. I am with you guys on the edge of my seats to see what else we're going to find out about this particular situation. And again, I can't believe that I was just thinking more of like the characters, and now it's really become, you know, more of a focal point and more of a public talking point as well with what's happened. And I just think that it is so unbelievably clever and amazing that he has done this. Yeah. What is the solution? I will leave you with that, guys. In the meantime, take care wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for watching with me, and I'll be back tomorrow to do another reaction. Ta-ra for now.